inspired to come out and start weeding and getting the garden cleaned up and ready to direct sow some seeds that are cool weather. And I look up and I see the sky. It's so beautiful. It's like a painting. Look at these clouds. Really just gorgeous.
Hey guys, I hope you can tell from behind me that we are underway with a new seedling system here. And you may have seen the video that we just did for the Trinity 6-tier shelf that we bought from Costco. We'll go ahead and attach that video here for you to see. But we also purchased some new grow lights that are able to hang from here. And I'll be going into the grow lights in full detail with you about what the product is, where we got it, and what I think of it so far. But I also want to talk to you about how excited I am for my seedlings. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of my seedlings and show you how everything's germinating and what varieties we have going on back here, so you can have a general idea of what to expect with some of these things if you are starting them for the first time. Also behind me here is my peppers. I did that video. I can attach that link for you below. And I want to tell you how far it's been through germination and what I think of the BootStrap farmer products that I'm germinating in. So let's turn you around and have a better look and start this tour of our seedlings. Well, I am just super excited for the germination rate on my Snapdragon. So hopefully some of you who watched the Snapdragon video, now you can get a better idea of what to expect. Now, the Madam Butterfly, which I purchased from Swallowtail, I got a pretty good germination. I would say it's probably full germination because I tried to sow several seeds. They were very, very tiny. I sowed them all in the first 2 rows here. So there's only 1 cell with no germination right here, but it's not too late. It may still make an appearance. And then the next 4 cells are all of the Black Prince, which are doing really, really well. And the rest is all the Tall Deluxe, which I had no doubt that they were going to perform. And they are really loving the new grow light that I'll be showing you. I'm going to skip a tray since I am on the topic of flowers and show you how well these guys are doing. Now, first I want to show you, this is calendula, and for some reason it likes to lay down. It likes to wilt. It looks like it has a weird thin stem, but I'm just not sweating the calendula germination rate because they do so well direct sowed outside. I have a few cells that didn't pop up yet, and I've been waiting patiently for them, but you know, they grow easy outside. I'm just not going to worry about it. So I have 3 varieties of the Pink Surprise, Snow Princess, and Zeolites. So the Zeolites is doing really well with 5 out of the 6 germinated. The Snow Princess has 4 out of the 6, and only 3 out of the 6 on the Pink Surprise, which is a surprise because outside last year, oh no, actually see, there we go. See, it takes a while sometimes. They'll pop up. They just need to be kept moist and have good light to reach up to. Now, these are my white garlic chives. The white garlic chives are from Baker Creek, and the purple flowering chive is from Botanical Interest. And these guys are strange. They really just throw a very, very weak strap, and they take their good old time as they unfold, but they are making an appearance. Let's see, something else new I'm growing here is the Evening Sensation Fragrant Petunia from Swallowtail, and that is doing really well. I'm pretty sure that's full germination. You only get a few seeds in that pack. And these are, I got 3 out of 6 cells of the dahlias that I got from Botanical Interest 2 or 3 years ago, and they're still doing well. So I'm going to wait patiently for the cells that didn't emerge yet. They still might show up, but I can always pop another flower in there. The Violet Queen Salvia is doing very happy. I have 6 cells germinated. Canterbury bells, very surprising. Let me go back here. The Salvia is from Botanical Interest. The Dahlias were Botanical Interest. Again, Evening Petunias are from Swallowtail. The Canterbury bells, I think, are a Fairy Morse product. as well as the columbine. No, the columbine is from My Gardener. You see, I have so many seeds in my head with seed companies that I'm dealing with, I'm losing track. But I'm surprised that the columbine actually germinated as well as it did. So some of these are new varieties for me, and I will say right now that it's not perfect, but I am definitely pleased. Now back here is my wonderful lettuce varieties, which I'm always excited to talk about. And I thought I would pull out the packets and just go over some of them with you so you can see. I'll bring you back to the trays while I talk about them. Some are doing better than others. And, you know, it's sad because my favorite right now, which is Lolo Rosa, is taking its good old time. It's popping out, but it's just very weak. One of the toughest lettuces to germinate is the Rouge Diver or Rouge d'Hiver. I'm not sure really how you say it. Another new lettuce for me is the Brentwood I started growing last year, and that is a pelleted seed that I bought from Botanical Interest, and that is a wonderful lettuce, very, very easy to grow. So everything is doing really, really well here. I'm hoping for my Lolo to come back. I don't know why it's not cooperating. My Lunix is taking its good old time. And Paris Island Cause, which is usually one of my best growers, is really taken its good old time. But it's only been about a week, so I can't complain. It all needs a little bit of a drink today. It's been drinking happily because it's under this bright light, so it's just been constantly thirsty. But that's a quick tour of that. Now what I wanted to really show you was my peppers germinating in the BootStrap Farmer Dome, and I can attach the video for you. This is the kit that we bought, and you can see it has a nice condensation in here, and my vents are open because I did have some germination. So the thing about taking these domes off is that it spills the condensation, it drips down everywhere, so I have to take this off in a controlled space so it doesn't go all over my floor. Now I want you to keep in mind, if this is your first time growing anything and you have some cells that have popped out and some that haven't, once you get one thing germinating, you got to give that germinated seed some air. So you want to open your vent. Once you have almost full germination of your cells, you want to take the dome off completely. So we're going to take this off now, and we're going to do a little bit of like an undoming for you to see how well the peppers are germinating. All right, I needed 2 hands for that, but today is day 10. And look, we have progress, everyone. I am so excited. Jimmy Nardello's has all 6 cells germinated. They are just, see it unraveling there. Let's see, Notapeno. I have one little cell here that I'm waiting to pop up still, but they're doing really good. Giant Marconi has full germination. Only one Cubanea has come up so far. Full germination on this cell of Nardello's. Wow, eggplants are up. This one eggplant looks a little weak. I got to be careful. This is where you want to be careful for anything like dampening off or some, you know, weak seedlings popping up. But I still think they're going to be fine. They just need some good light and some air. They probably were closed up for too long when they popped out. Very exciting is I have Keystone Resistant, and the Keystone Resistant is the pepper that I told you I saved from seed that I bought from a farm stand some time ago. That cell right there is also getting ready to pop out. Waiting patiently for Big Bertha. It looks like I see something down in there though, trying to come out. Let's see, one little daytill is starting to germinate. I have one Peperoncini. A Sunbright, two Sunbrights. Nothing from Coral Bells yet, but you can see when the soil starts to get a little fluffy and there's one. You're seeing it for the first time right with me, guys. We have a Coral Bell germinating. Wow, this is so exciting. I can actually see what's happening better through the lens of the camera than I can with the naked eye, but nothing from the Whoppers yet, which is a hybrid and supposed to be easier to grow. I have one California Golden Wonder and full germination on my cells for the Sweet Banana. And then we are over here in the land of Shishitos. Not full germination yet, but I can tell by the fluffiness of the soil that they're all going to germinate. This was a great success. Now, I'm certain that these seedlings are all much happier now that we have a bigger grow light, and I'm about to get into the details of that with you, but I have a few other seedlings that I wanted to show you. Now I've started some Nigella in little seed pots here in the back window. Even though they say they're sensitive to being transplanted, I have to give it a test because I was saying in another video that I don't know where everything lands sometimes, and they get weeded out by mistake. So I started some Nigella. I have over here, I have some Russell mix lupins that are starting to pop out. That's super exciting. And then down here, I have blue bonnet lupins, which did really well for me last year. I'm very excited about that. Now in this container here, I like to use these spinach containers. They make great little mini dome greenhouses while, I'm still setting up these lights. But I went ahead and started some iceberg lettuce as single seeds in individual cells so I can let them grow to full-size heads without interrupting them. And Mayqueen, I'm still waiting for germination, but it looks like there is one starting to sprout. So hopefully I'll have 4 nice heads. Yep, there goes another one. Germinated, so I can let these guys get nice and big. Everything else gets harvested by the cut and come again method. So this light behind me is doing really well. The minute I added the light, I got it late Tuesday afternoon. It was delivered from Amazon. I promptly set it up and got the seedlings up close to it, and you could see they instantly gravitated towards this light. It's not an obnoxious light by any means. It works really well. Some of the grow lights that are out there are pink, some are purple, some are too blue, and it just makes the room obnoxiously lit. And even though I'm having to deal with this setup in my kitchen, as many of us are, I needed the light to be friendly. So we took a chance with a product called Barina. And I'm going to show you how it came in the box and how it sets up and whether or not I think it's a good deal. All right, everyone, be prepared to hold your ears because the boys are going to start to act up and start screaming in a few minutes and making very sharp noises. So if I don't go ahead and show this to you now, we'll never see it. So anyway, the Barina lights came packaged nicely in a 4-foot long box. These are 4-foot long bulbs, and it came in a 6-pack. The only thing that I didn't like about it initially, which I guess I just didn't hear it when we were reviewing the product on Amazon, was that it doesn't come with any chains. The only thing they provide me to hang it with is a loose stack of lock ties. I didn't really appreciate that because I'm going to want to adjust this as we go, as far as, as the seedlings progress. But they expect you to hang this clip onto the back of onto the spine of the light itself, and then use this as your hanging mechanism, which is just fine. But if you go ahead and fix it to a lock tie, you're only going to want to do that if you don't plan on adjusting the height of your lights. And I plan on adjusting the height of my lights. Now, the bulbs themselves are very, very nice, and they come with 2 deflectors for each bulb that get sent through a channel on the side, and that gives you your deflector. And then these get attached to the back spine of the lamp itself, and it's easy to hang. So you can create like a daisy chain with them by hooking them up, so you're only using one switch. You can connect several lights together and only turn it on and off with one switch, but each plug has its own switch. Now you want to be prepared to have a dedicated line with a surge protector for this, and the cord itself is not very long, so you'll need to bring power to it. So prepare on having a surge protector on it to plug into. The instructions inside are very, very easy to understand as far as setting it up. It is a full spectrum LED grow light that is used for growing plants, and there are all sorts of reviews for it. Now what we're going to do is attach the link in the description below where you can go ahead and shop for this product directly from our page, and it will tell you all the specs, all of the information, all of the pricing, and you know what you're going to want to know. There's videos and other reviews, which we thought was really, really good. And the thing that we liked about it was that when you get a grow light like this with a shop light type setup, for growing seedlings, it's best to have at least 4,000 Kelvin, so that it's strong enough to be considered natural daylight to encourage the plants to grow. And I think this one is actually 5,000. Now you'll be able to follow instructions online that are more detailed, so you get a better idea as well from a secondary opinion on this product site as well. But this is the deflector, and you'll see that it is curved, and you're going to want this curved part where my thumb is to be pointing down at the floor, because this is your deflector. These little ribs on the edge here are going to fit into a side channel, which is right here. And then you just feed it all the way down through the length. You put one on each side, and you'll have your deflectors in, and I'm going to show you. Now, this is where, of course, you receive your plug. Now, make sure that when you go to hang this on your shelf, that you plug in and hang it on the side where your power supply is going to be easy to receive, so you're just not aggravated by having to, you know, if you have funky hooks that, you know, you're not used to. Just make sure that this side is on the same side as your power plug-in. Just a simple recommendation. Now be careful when you feed this into this little channel. So I'm trying to show you here. The edges of this are very, very, very sharp. So you just have to feed it in, and then you just push it through, as I did with this side, and your deflector is on. All right. One final little push, and it's in. There we go. So that's the underside. So that's the light itself. And then this is the back spine of the light, where we're going to put the clips on so you can hang it from your shelf. Now, there are other options with hanging it that I'll let you read in the instructions, and it will tell you that you can attach it to many surfaces, and they do provide a little bag where you can screw it permanently to like something concrete, or you could stick it with these little sticky pads that they give you, but then it's permanent. And what I like about this was that the versatility of being able to hang it with these clips here and be able to, you know, adjust the height, because that's really the desirable thing to do when you're growing plants, because as the plants grow, you know, you're going to need, you know, to be careful with your light. So if your shelf is fixed and, you know, it's a matter of raising the plants up to the light, it's just easier to be able to take the light down to the plants and then adjust the light up as the plant starts to grow. But that is just my personal preference. So this little clip here, I'm doing this with one hand, you guys. So you can see the way this is designed to just grab on to the back of the light, and it just snaps into place. And it's a little hard for me to do with one hand, but you'll see that it just snaps on, and you'll hear it snap. You only get 3 of the power cords. So whether you're going to connect 2 lights on one shelf, or, you know, if you're going to have your lights separated like I do, I'm probably only using 1 light per shelf because I really think that's all it needs. This is your connector so that you'll be connecting 2 lights together, whether it's on the same shelf or one is on top and one is below. So this is just the way they prefer to do it. So one of these goes at one end, and then the other end is to allow you to plug in the power cord, and I'll show you a better demonstration of that when I actually have it hanging. So I have some random chain link, and this was just something that I had ready because, as I said, I was a little disappointed because for some reason in my brain I thought that the chain was connected, but you're going to need some sort of a hook to, you know, get in here if you're going to do the hook method. So I'm just using these carabiners, which, you know, you can just attach easily into the hole here, And then you can hang this on your wire shelf, as I have done here, that you can see. So this, you know, is a little bit of a pain in the butt taking it on and off right now until I can get S hooks. So S hooks make it easy as well, and some adjustable chains. So whatever your preference is as far as, you know, hanging it up and getting used to it to hang into the location that you want it. You know, it's just going to be a matter of preference. So here's the actual power cord. I'm going to take you around to the other side. Hang on. So here's how it plugs in to the one end for the actual on-off switch, which I have going into a surge protective extension cord. So now, in order to maintain this as only needing one of the 3 power switches for 6 lights, we're going to then go ahead and attach one of the other cords to this end of the plug, and that will just come down and loop around into the next light that's going to hang below it. So you'll see how that's demonstrated in just a second. Okay, so now I've just gone on to the opposite end from the actual plug end, and I've attached the extra wire that they provide you into the opposite end of the light bulb itself. And now I'm bringing it down to connect into here. Now I've just done something funky where I've wrapped it up on the shelf just to keep it out of the way. But once you plug the end of this light into the end of that light, and then you come over, you're dealing with just one switch to hit, which is here. So see, I have one light operating both now, one switch. So very, very easy. So we're going to go ahead and attach the link for this product item in the description below, so you'll see all the details for yourself. And there are many options from this vendor through Amazon where you can buy lights of different sizes. As I said, these lights fit the 4-foot long shelf from Costco perfectly. And it's 6 lights in one pack that we'll be linking to you. Once you go to that link, if you're looking for something for a smaller shelf or a different amount of wattage or whatever, you can go ahead and look through the products that this vendor has to offer. So I had to break away to take care of the boys. It's been a few hours have passed, but I wanted to show you, just in the few hours, here comes a pepperoncini. What else did I see popping up? Another coral bells is popping up. You see it right there. So I think this is so cool. I mean, for those of us who are constantly checking our seedlings, now you can see why, because it's like you're just watching things emerge, and look, it's the Whopper pepper coming up. I'm so excited to see that. So as everything gets a good dose of light and a nice drink, I did have to water the peppers. After I took the dome off, the surface was a little dry. And you remember, you're sowing these tiny seeds at surface level, you guys. They don't need to be planted very deep. The soil surface does dry out. And once that little seedling emerges from its shell, it's going to want to be able to drink. So you have to keep it moist at surface level, as well as, you know, drinking deep from the bottom here of these trays, because we want to encourage root growth. So if we keep only the top wet, as the roots start to form, the roots, instead of going down, are going to turn, and they're going to go up to drink from the surface where the water is available. So, and then the root dries out, and then you lose your plant. So what we want to do is encourage deep roots by watering from the bottom, but you still have to maintain some moisture temporarily from the top. But what a difference these grow lights have made. I'm really, really happy that I got them. And if you're in the market for a light like this, I think you might like it. I'm actually pleased with it, because I can see the difference in these seedlings and how happy they are now that they're emerging. And, you know, even though you can see how they want to lean towards the light of the window, you know, it's perfectly natural. They're going to lean. And as I grow things like tomatoes, I'm going to have to be careful that, you know, I keep the light close enough, because that's when things get leggy, when the light is too far away and the plant has to stretch for its light. So right now the peppers are looking pretty good. I think we got a good light source on them now. Previously, I was just using this Ferry and Morse product, which, you know, just fit right on my windowsill, which is now covered with potting soil because I just moved everything off of here. But, you know, this light fits a 1020 tray perfectly, and the output was okay. It's a little, you know, a little bit of a dim light for what you need. You're not going to get the same light as we're getting from these Barnia lights. But, and these were just extraordinarily expensive. So, you know, I'm going to keep them as backup here on the windowsill. But once I get all 6 of these new lights hung up, now I have 2 shelves up. Soon enough, everything is going to be, all these shelves are going to be covered in starters, and I'll be well on my way to the 2024 garden, you guys. It's almost here. Now, overall, I'm going to recommend this light. Even though I haven't had it for very long, I've had it since Tuesday, and today is Friday. I see the difference already. It's easy to put together. It comes, you know, fairly complete. So be prepared if you're going to order this in the mail and you want to have the ability to adjust the light height as your plants grow. You're going to want to run out and go to the store and get yourself some sort of chain link or a series of S-hooks, whatever it is that's going to be easier for you to hoist the light up and down. Because as you'll see in the video for the shelves, if you get a shelf like this, it's much easier to adjust the light than it is to adjust the shelves. The shelves are adjustable, but it's just a real pain in the butt. So anyway, you guys, stay tuned. We have so much going on. There's tons of videos coming up. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the new videos for 2024, because we're really encouraged that we're all learning together, and we think it's going to be a good year, you guys. So stay tuned, and thanks for spending the day with me and checking in on my seedlings. Hope to see you again.